Ms. Joan Pereira.
Question 5.
Fire safety and gas supply in our hawker centres are subject to the Singapore Civil Defence Force, or SCDF's, prevailing regulations and fire code requirements. Hawker centres are installed with fire safety provisions such as manual fire alarms, heat smoke detectors, fire extinguishers, and fire hose rails. SCDF's fire code requires liquefied petroleum gas, or LPG, cylinders within the allowable capacity to be stored at ground level outside the hawker centre at a well-ventilated area where any potential gas leakage can be safely and rapidly dispersed. To help prevent gas leakage and minimize fire risk, the LPG manifold systems have to be designed by a qualified person and approved by SCDF. Regular safety checks and pressure leak tests are also required. Similarly, the installation and use of piped town gas is regulated by the Energy Market Authority, or EMA, and regular checks and maintenance must be carried out by licensed gas worker. The National Environment Agency and SCDF have also been issuing regular advisories to stallholders on how to exercise personal responsibility in preventing stall fires. We urge all stallholders to stay vigilant and do their part by maintaining good fire safety practices.
Ms. Pereira.
Thanks, Speaker. Thanks, SMS, for the reply. We have come across cases where fires had broken out in hawkers or market stalls that were closed. Would the ministry consider installing emergency unlocking mechanisms in future upgrading programs, or maybe even master key arrangements to be given to suitable persons like the hawker committee so that others can access stalls on fire even if they are closed? Thank you.
I thank the member for her suggestion. NEA will review the suggestion, considering the purpose as well as practicality of such a system as suggested by the member, especially during emergencies. In the event of a stall fire incident, stallholders should consider their safety first, and hence they ought to contact the SCDF, who are trained and equipped to deal with such emergencies. And in line, as a first line of defense, really, we want to urge all stallholders to focus on fire prevention, that is, stay vigilant and maintain good fire safety practices. In fact, over the last 3 years, between 2019 and 2021, there was a total of 31 stall fire incidents at hawker centres, and the majority of this, 22, or about 71%, is really due to unattended cooking, and 4 were due to either faulty appliances or power supply overloading. So indeed, as the authorities, the agencies, and the partners, the supplier of the LPG gas or town gas, we do our part to ensure that the infrastructure at the hawker centre is safe and sound. We want to urge the stallholders to exercise personal responsibility in preventing stall fires. So, for instance, not to leave cooking unattended, to make sure there's no power supply overload, check for faulty appliances. If your stove doesn't light up, to ventilate the area, to switch off all appliances at the end of the day, and of course to clean regularly your stove and kitchen exhaust so that it doesn't accumulate grease and reduce fire risk.